Alright, hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be going over how to change out plastic wheel sets for metal wheel sets. For this video, I'm going to be using this old Athearn Blue Box covered hopper. This covered hopper kit came with plastic wheel sets, and I want to replace the wheel sets with metal ones. There are many advantages to metal wheel sets over plastic ones. For instance, plastic ones are going to have more resistance than metal wheel sets, due to the fact that the plastic is going to drag on the metal rails more. Also, metal wheel sets are newer, so they're going to have a better wheel profile for taking corners better, and they're also going to be more precise. The axle points, where the axle actually sets into the truck, that's going to be more precise to reduce friction, and then also the gauge itself is going to be much more precise than maybe the old plastic wheel sets. Also, metal wheel sets are going to last longer. Plastic wheel sets have a tendency to crack occasionally, and metal wheel sets probably won't be cracking anytime soon. Another advantage to metal wheel sets is they don't carry so much dirt as plastic wheel sets. Plastic wheel sets like to collect dirt and then spread it all over your layout just simply due to the fact that they're plastic, versus metal wheel sets where they won't spread the dirt so much. Now, there are various different sizes of wheel sets to choose from. The most common being the 36-inch and the 32-inch wheel set. Here you can see that this is a 32-inch wheel set and this is a 36-inch wheel set. This is the easiest way to tell the two apart, is just to get a 33-inch wheel set and a 36-inch wheel set and put them together. And then you might want to just keep these on hand, so when you take wheel sets off of a car, you can put them up next to one of these and see which one fits it the best, so that you can determine what wheel sets you need to buy for that particular car. If you put 33-inch wheel sets on a car that needs 36-inch wheel sets, it will sit too low and it could cause the coupler height to be too low. While if you put 36-inch wheel sets on a car that needs 33-inch wheel sets, the coupler height could be too high and the car body itself could be too high. And that could cause the center of gravity of the car to be too high and cause it to tip over more often. For this Athearn car, I'm going to be using a set of Intermountain 36-inch metal wheel sets to replace them with. As you can see, I already replaced the old horn hook couplers with Kadee No. 5 couplers. There's a link at the top of your screen where you can see the video on how to change your couplers to No. 5 couplers. For this car, we don't have to take the trucks off. For some cars, you do have to take trucks off, but thankfully for this one, we don't. Usually all I do is I'll just grab the truck right here where the spring is, and then pull down on the wheel set like this. As you can see, it's starting to separate from the truck frame, and then I'll also, with my thumb, push up on the truck frame just enough to get the wheel set to pop out. Sometimes it feels like you're going to break the truck, but the likelihood of you breaking one of these trucks is very, very slim. When you get to the other side, you can usually just do the same thing. Just pop the wheel set out. Now that we have the two wheel sets out, I usually keep these in a box by themselves just in case I want to make like a flat car load or I have a scrapyard or anything where I want to have a couple wheel sets. One extra thing that I do to my wheel sets right before I put them on is I just check them with an NMRA gauge to make sure that they are in gauge properly. Now to reinstall it, we basically just do the opposite of what we just did. Usually what I'll do is I'll just take the wheel set, put it in on one end, make sure that it's seating properly on the one end, pinch the truck a little bit to separate the frame, and then put it into place. And then do the same on the other side. Then just make sure that they spin properly and they're not wobbling around a whole lot. Make sure that they're sitting properly in the truck with just a little bit of flex. One thing that you might want to do after you put new wheel sets on, even if they're the correct size, is just check the coupler height, just in case the wheel set is just a little bit bigger than the old one, just to make sure that that coupler height is correct. Now I can do the wheel sets on the other side, and then this car will be done. Now this Athearn Blue Box hopper has nice metal wheel sets that'll last for a long time. Usually the wheel sets fit pretty well in just about everybody's trucks, although there are some exceptions to that. For instance, the Scale Train's rivet counter trucks have rotating bearing caps. You have to specifically buy wheel sets from Scale Trains to make sure that they're the right size for those trucks. Same with the Athearn Genesis rotating bearing caps trucks. You have to buy specific wheel sets for those. Although those cars all already come with metal wheel sets, so you shouldn't have to worry about replacing those. Just like my Kadee couplers, I usually have a decent stock of metal wheel sets, both 33 and 36-inch, on hand at all times, just in case I get something that I need to replace with metal wheel sets. I absolutely refuse to run anything with plastic wheel sets anymore because I usually make it about one lap around my layout before the track is really gross. Like I mentioned earlier, some cars you do have to take the trucks off of, but that's not a whole bunch of work. You can get a tool to spread the truck side frames apart so that it's easier to get the wheel sets in and out, but I've only had a very few trucks where I could actually see myself using that, so I can't justify buying one of those because most of the time I don't have any trouble getting the truck side frames apart. And if you really do have trouble, you can take a screwdriver and put it in between the side of the wheel and the truck side frame, and then just lift up on the truck side frame slightly to get the wheel out in case it's being a pain. The biggest thing to watch out for when replacing your wheel sets is to make sure that you have the right size. If need be, you can take the car that you're trying to replace the wheel sets on, take the wheel off of it, take it into your local hobby shop, and they'll find you the right wheel sets. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.